Giant logo over my window.
Rammer Jammer, no glitz, all glamour. Welcome to a new fun edition of the Bammer Slammer. It's draft day, everybody. Unfortunately, we just discovered that one of our hosts, Mr. Kyle Tyson, right below me, the logo of the draft is cutting his head off. So you know what I'm going to do real quick, because I love him, I'm actually going to resize this to where it doesn't do that anymore.
I feel like I'm Christian when Vince wanted to put that blue dot over his face, man.
All right, Kyle, you're fine now. All right.
Awesome, man.
Oh, man, that was hilarious. What a way to start the show, guys. This is raw, and this is real, and this is what we do. Well, it's not raw, but you know what I mean. But here we go. I'm excited to have you guys tonight. It is draft day. If you're watching us on our live stream right now on our Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/SmackDraw, please don't forget to follow us. And if you're in the chat with us, announce yourself right now so we can shout you out. And thank you for joining us live. If you're watching us on our YouTube channel, YouTube video, which is youtube.com/SmackDraw podcast, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and also be sure you click that bell so that you don't miss a single video that we post in the future. Thank you again for watching us, and we appreciate it. I welcome all of you. It is draft day, as I said, here on the Bammer Slammer. So let me introduce to you my colleagues this evening. First of all, over here to my right, he is one of the hosts of the SmackDraw brand. You can hear him recap the week of wrestling on the Rewind show, which airs every weekend. He's the dog kennel master, mean jelly bean producer, the man of 1,000 rants, the HBK, the Triple H, I'm sorry, to my HBK. It's time to play the RN game. RN, how are you this evening, sir?
The best damn intro in wrestling.
Well, I'm not.
No, I'm
here with. I need to work. I need to work on my Howard Finkel and see if that'll make it any better.
I'm pumped. This is probably the most excited I've been for one of our shows. I mean, I am in about 45 fantasy leagues, so getting to do a little draft with wrestling. Can't get any better. Let's do it.
Let's do it. I'm excited about it. Next, right below me is another host of our SmackDraw brand. He's the other half of the Rewind show with RN. He and his brother talk MMA and a little bit of pro wrestling on the Hammers Lounge. He loves to spark debates on our unpopular wrestling opinion show. We have another one coming up here in the near future. Everyone welcome the fearless leader of the SmackDraw brand, Mr. Kyle Tyson. Kyle, how are you this evening, sir?
I feel a little emasculated because now my co-host on the Rewind is going to be expecting better intros than just here's RN with an intro like that.
Right.
Just set the bar for my show. Thank you, Bam. I'm happy to be here.
And finally, our guest this evening, directly diagonal across from me, he is the co-owner of BellsToBells.com and the host of the MrWarrenHayes show on his YouTube channel. Follow him on social media, and it's never boring when you do. For the first time ever, welcome to the Bammer Slammer, Mr. Warren Hayes. How are you this evening, sir?
I'm very good. Thank you very much for having me. It's exciting doing draft stuff. I hear that it's something that's done in sports, and I'm excited to be absolutely miserable at it. It'll be a good time. Thank you very much. I'm excited. But thank you for having me. It's great to be here, and we've been wanting to do this for a couple of months now, so I'm glad everything is sort of like fallen into place. And
absolutely,
it's a good occasion to pop on.
Yeah, and hopefully it's not the last time. This should be a fun.
Hopefully not.
Evening. Absolutely. Let's.
Well, I mean, you hadn't told me that Kyle was on. That's the thing. I wanted to keep this for after when we're done. No. I wanted to keep this, but I mean, since you're bringing it up, will there be a next time? Depends. Will Kyle be here next time?
Okay. If I guarantee you he won't be, does that up the ante?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Oh, wow, that came out really spontaneously, too.
I was looking up podcast and streaming tips, and they said to not be an asshole Warren, you are testing it early. Okay.
I don't know where you're getting your tips from, but they're terrible. They're awful.
All right, guys. Well, like I said, today is draft day. We're not going to be doing the typical who you're going to draft to SmackDown and who you're going to draft to Raw or NXT because you know why? Everybody else does that. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to draft who our own personal promotions, and we're going to be drafting from all over the wrestling world. But I do want to throw the WWE just a small wishbone here. So let's talk just a little bit on a couple of things. This is draft week in the world of the WWE. The draft starts this Friday, October the 1st on SmackDown, and then it will conclude on Monday, October the 4th on Monday Night Raw. So guys, let me ask you this first question. What are your thoughts on the current state of the brand split? Mr. Warren, you're our guest. Let me start with you.
Oh God, thank you. I am at one of my lowest points in WWE interest.
Mm-hmm.
It's been like that for the better part of half a year easily because I really liked 2020. What most of the Thunderdome era, I liked it. I think they did the best with what they had. I think they leaned against the right people. Putting Sasha, Bailey, Asuka up there, like right. Driving the whole show. I think there was a lot of good stuff. I think it's been rough. I have trouble getting excited for the WWE brand. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like they're just they're just shuffling pieces around.
Yeah.
But even if you move the pieces around, if the content, if the creative isn't there, it's just you're not fixing the problem. You're just shifting it around. It's like gentrification, really.
Right.
It's the gentrification of wrestling.
Right.
A pretty damn good way of explaining it.
Absolutely. RN, what's your thoughts on Raw versus SmackDown right now?
I've been and Boss Man's been giving me shit about it. I've actually enjoyed Raw for like the past month, honestly.
Me too.
I feel like it's getting better. I feel like they're kind of hitting a stride, which pisses me off that the draft is coming because I feel like all the equity and everything that they built up within the last couple of weeks, the draft is going to throw a big ass monkey wrench in it. So, like I said, I don't really have that much. Like NXT was always my thing. Raw and SmackDown were just kind of in the background, and same with AEW. Like NXT was my thing, but
right.
with Adam Cole and everybody switching over to AEW, I kind of shifted some of my allegiances. So I'm not as bad off as Warren is, but like I watch it because we have to do a show on it.
I understand. Kyle, what about you?
I really wish I only had to cover AEW.
Go join the Marks podcast. You can.
No, I'm kidding. It's been an ongoing joke with us that there just been times where we're like, man, could we cut Raw and SmackDown loose and just go with NXT and AEW? But I'll say this: last couple weeks, Raw's reminded us it can come out of the blue and give you something good to watch.
Yep.
So I mean, I'm okay with it. I'm semi excited for the draft, to be honest with you. So I'm kind of in the check your temperature world. I am warm on the current product.
Thank you. Nice little throwback. I appreciate that. Those who don't know, when we do pay-per-view previews on this show, we do a round called Check Your Temperature. I'm the host of that as well. So thank you, Kyle. Way to stick to brand loyalty there. I'm in the same boat. What pisses me off about Raw and SmackDown is they wait until they have some semblance of competition to drive their gears up when they can do it all year long and they just choose not to. That's what pisses me off.
I don't mean to cut you off, but this is the one criticism that is definitely not unique to my take. Everybody understands this. You hold the draft immediately before
Survivor
your brand warfare pay-per-view.
Makes no sense.
It makes zero sense every single year.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think we've all put our take on that. I want to hear from Warren. Warren, if you could relocate the draft in the year that would make it the most exciting for you to watch it, what part of the year would you put it in?
After Christmas.
That's the same thing I said.
That's what RN said. Yep.
After Christmas. I really think after Christmas makes the most sense. People are back from the holidays. You're done. You've partied. You've seen all your relatives. You've traveled. You've done the New Year's thing. People then gradually need a little something to get excited again. Just a little spark. So I think it'd be the perfect time Plus, you're going into the Royal Rumble,
Yes.
so it has no real impact on the Rumble because it's just everyone regardless. So yeah, and I mean, look, like Survivor Series is a great concept, and I think it's a great concept for those of us, who are old enough, like especially Kyle. Kyle is fucking old.
RN's older than me. I'm the youngest guy on the show.
Like, Kyle, you look fantastic for a man in his late 50s. I mean, it's for real though. So I know you remember with great love, the SummerSlams of the early 90s, that whole period in WWE where it was actually fun when Hogan would get together with the Hulkamaniacs, and bring them together and all that. Right. That was fun. Survivor Series has no impact. They could spend the better part of the year building to SummerSlam and at least giving stakes, because there's no stakes. Like, this is the thing. Like, these are professional. I don't want to take up all the time here, but these are professional fighters, right? Like, technically, these are people who should be. They're getting paid to get in a ring and beat the crap out of the other person and hopefully get a win, because the winner gets a bigger purse. So what are the stakes for Survivor Series, right?
I always said that, especially with the brand split, whoever gets the most, that's who should get the
first pick in the draft. Yep.
No, I think that should be who gets the main event at WrestleMania.
And here's what I'd do. Well, if we did the draft in after the holidays, then then that's you're doing this for your brand. But then again, for the wrestler, what's in it for the wrestler and about himself? I'd say after that, the whoever remains could get a shot at the Royal Rumble. Right. Oh, there's 2 guys remaining on the team. Well, they have a one-on-one match at the pay-per-view in December, right? To determine who's going to get the title shot at what. Just add some stakes to it. And it's not that hard. Because the idea of brand supremacy exists only in the brain of Vince McMahon. That's the only place where it makes sense. Right. That's all.
Well, my thing is too, like, that there's always that like down period from Survivor Series to the Royal Rumble. So
there is.
You put the draft in the middle of that, and then, like you said, have something happen at that pay-per-view from the draft. Like, then you got some sort of heat and some sort of momentum to drag you to fucking the Royal Rumble. Because like that, like you said, that holiday span is dumbass Miracle on 34th, street fights and shit, and like just shit that nobody really cares about, and no one's really home to watch anyway. So if you gave us a reason to be there, like, I feel like that's why I said it should be right after, right at Christmas time, going into the Royal Rumble.
I just want to make sure that we're not talking too fast for old man Tyson, though. Are we okay?
Yeah, I agree. We've said everything. I've said, like, you keep the score of the wins. If SmackDown has more wins than Raw, then SmackDown gets the final 15 spots in the Rumbles, or something like that. That way, if you want to make it fun like that, or like you guys said, the winning team come down to the final person on each winning team, they get put into a fatal 4-way of whatever form, and where there's a stake at the end of it. I agree wholeheartedly. That being said, with the draft being this weekend, what you guys know and what you guys have been paying attention to and what you have seen, give me one woman and one man on either brand that you think would do better if they got drafted to the other side. Kyle, I'll start with you.
Bobby Lashley and Alexa Bliss.
Going to SmackDown.
Yep.
RN, what about you?
I was going to say Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch.
So back to Raw.
I know they're not back to Raw. I know they're not going to move her, but my thing is, you already got Roman and a couple other people there. Like, Raw needs some sort of like push or some sort of like star power there. So I think they should always keep Becky and Roman separate. I'm sorry, those are 2 biggest stars in your company. I don't think you need them on both shows, on the same show. I mean,
Warren, what do you think?
Drew over to SmackDown for sure.
Yeah.
And Sasha on Raw.
Ooh, okay. Bring the red hair back. Okay.
Oh, well, whatever. Like, the Raw right now is it's a 1-woman show.
Yeah.
As far as the division goes, and
100%.
they're going to start putting some money into Shayna Baszler, which is a good idea. But I don't know if Shayna's going to be. I don't know if Shayna's going to be the woman that they really want in that type of position. yeah, like honestly, the way they've been building Bianca right now over on SmackDown, she's fantastic. Sasha doesn't need to be there. Run Sasha Charlotte again. Let's do another
I agree.
series like they had a couple of years ago where they were bouncing the title off of each other. That was great. I like that. I know a lot of people hated it. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. Great story, two women who are on the top of their game and who know each other so well that they can just steal the title off of each other at any given moment. I thought it was a great story.
Yeah, it was awesome. Like I never understood why people had such a big deal with that. Like that's your top 2 women, maybe in the whole damn wrestling world, not just in WWE. That was your top 2 women trading wins. Like
and they're so even, right? They're so even,
right?
That's the one time I'm okay with 50-50 booking when you have the 2 top stars going at it.
100%, because then it makes sense. They should get each other 1-1. Absolutely. Exactly. No, I am going to I'm going to agree with Warren. Those were my 2. I want to send Drew to SmackDown. And this Friday night on SmackDown, triple threat, Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair, Sasha Banks. Whoever gets pinned goes to Raw. Bianca pins Sasha. Sasha's gone. Bianca gets her title back. Simple.
So Raw's the punishment? I'm okay with that. That makes sense to me.
All right, guys. Well, now let's move into the actual draft, and I am going to put the wheel on the screen. We're going to spin this wheel. This is going to determine the order of the choosing, and we're not going to do snake system. What I mean by that is we're not going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 in that order to make it fair. And for those of you watching, we're not just drafting from the world of the WWE. We are drafting from the entire world of pro wrestling. Here's what we are picking. There's going to be 15 rounds. In those 15 rounds, it doesn't matter when you choose to use your picks for whatever category. You must draft 1 veteran or official to be your general manager. They just have to be alive. You have to draft 2 referees to be a part of your roster. You have to draft 3 tag teams. You have to draft 4 women, and you have to draft 5 men. That totals up to 15. Once we have those picks, you will have your 15. And again, you don't have to say, well, round 3, we're going to do all the women now. Nope. You can draft anybody at any round at any time. There will be a clock for that person to know they're about to be drafting their pick. But now let's spin the wheel to see who gets lucky number 1. Here we go.
Is this like a real wheel, or is it?
There's a wheel spinning right now.
No, I know. I see it spinning, but is it fudged or no?
Dang it! Kyle gets first pick.
Is it really me?
Yes, you get first pick. Oh,
hell
man.
Yeah!
All right, now we're down to 3.
Good job, Kyle. Good work.
Now
there's a little lag on Twitch.
That's all right. Let's spin the wheel to see who gets pick number 2.
Oh, come on!
RN gets pick number 2.
Oh, you took me out. Let's go. Damn it.
RN gets pick number 2. So now it comes down to me or Warren. Who gets number 4? It's gonna be me. I promise you. All right.
Is this wheel fudged?
No,
Warren
it's not.
asks.
We'll see if Dave's guests are well taken care of here.
It is Warren. Warren, you're number 3, and I am number 4. All right. So
all right, I'm fantastic.
So Kyle, we're gonna start round 1 with you. But before we start round 1, thank you for watching us tonight. If you're listening to us on a podcast platform, or if you want to start listening to us on a podcast platform, go to any podcast platform you prefer. We're on Spotify, we're on iTunes, we're on Stitcher. And would you please subscribe, leave us a comment, leave us a 5-star rating. I promise you our content is almost deserving of it. After an episode like this, it will be deserving of it. So please, thank you for that. Support us, and your feedback is always appreciated. We love reading your comments, so please leave us a comment anywhere you're watching or anywhere you are listening. Kyle, round 1 is yours. I'm going to let you make your first pick, and then RN, you are on the clock.
Yes, sir.
All right. So my first pick for my brand is going to be my male superstar. We're going to build the brand around. He's got to be good in the present, good in the future. It's an obvious pick. It's Roman Reigns is the number 1 pick.
Okay. Head of the table.
He is your tribal chief.
I knew he was going to be number 1 for somebody.
Yeah.
Head of the table.
I see. Okay. I get it. I thought we were good. Okay, that's all right.
Yep, you get it now?
No,
all
Bama
right.
says you can any category at any rate.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
RN.
How many of you just took Roman off?
Who is your first pick of round 1?
Drip God, Seth Rollins. Let's go.
Dang it! And Warren, you're on the clock. Why'd you pick Seth Rollins, RN?
Because after Roman, I feel like he's the one that has the brightest future, and I feel like he's somebody that you can build an entire company around.
Man, I wanted Seth so bad, but all right. All right, I'm on the clock. Warren, who's your first pick of round 1?
Jackson Riker.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's my first choice. Jackson Riker.
You want to offend
The
everybody?
former gunner from Impact Wrestling.
Why?
That same guy.
Did we drug test before the draft?
Look, I want to get. Here's the thing. This is my number 1 choice because I want the prime jabronis to job out to the rest of my guys. I want the prime guy.
Okay.
Give me Jackson Riker.
Okay.
Interesting. I thought you were kidding, but you're not. That's
Nope.
wow. Okay. All right, Kyle, you're on the clock.
He's on
Yeah, Kyle, my number 1 pick. Again, I'm picking who I'm going to build my roster around. He's got to be able to steal the show. He's got to be able to put other guys over. He's got to be able to talk on the microphone. My first pick is Adam Cole, baby.
Damn. All right.
I literally knew if I didn't pick him first, you were going to.
Seth was my.
I didn't even put him on my board.
I thought you were going to pick Adam Cole and I was going to pick Seth. That really was going to be what was going to happen. No, but absolutely, Adam Cole is my pick. I mean, I don't think you can go wrong with him. I've said forever, when I see Adam Cole, I see Shawn Michaels. And if you're gonna build a show around anybody, let it be somebody who's athletic and who can talk and who can be in tag, who can lead a faction if he wants to, who can shine on his own. Adam Cole is one of the guys that I think is going to be the future of AEW. I want him out of the Elite now because they're holding him back. He needs to be out of there right now.
I mean, he's no Jackson Riker, but all right.
All right. Kyle, round 2. RN, you're on the clock. Kyle, who is your first pick of round 2?
I'm going to ask my co-host a quick question here. RN, do you like heel general managers or face general managers?
I like heel general managers.
My general manager is Tommy Dreamer.
Set the world on fire. Just burn it down. Burn it all the way down.
Mr. Tommy Dreamer Heat
I love
Magnet.
it. That's
Oh, man.
All righty.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because you guys are bullshitting.
All
I'm
right.
going to go ahead and pick Becky Lynch as my second pick. Build my women's division around her. I didn't think any of these people were still going to be on the board. I'm going to be honest with you.
Wow. Man.
Power couple. Let's go.
You took my girl. Dang it.
I did not think she was still being. I figured one of them would take her.
But in all fairness, if you have Seth, you better take her, or she's
shit.
she's gonna kill me. Absolutely. All right, Warren.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Now the guy that I'm going to build my division, my promotion around, who is going to, who is going to be consistently elevated by my number 1 choice, Jackson Riker, is going to be none other than Shingo Takagi.
Damn.
Greatest wrestler out there in 2021 right now.
That was literally my next pick.
So you're gonna build your men's division around him?
Oh yeah, no, Shingo is he can do it all, and like he's right up my style of wrestler. Like it just comes in just to kick ass. He looks the part. He looks like an ass kicker. He acts like one. He's nimble. He's fast.
He's really a light heavyweight. He's the heavyweight champion, but he's really a light heavyweight.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's not as light as he was like in Dragon Gate, right? Right. For being honest, because he did pack on the meat. But
the only reason I didn't pick him one is because of the English barrier. That's the only reason I didn't pick him first.
We are going to have in my promotion. We are having live translators on a consistent basis.
I love it.
And all the voices are going to be modulated. They're all robots. They're all going to sound like Taylor Swift and Kyle Tyson.
Jesus.
Oh,
Oren, did you pick Becky Lynch? I'm sorry.
He did. He did, and I'm gonna get pissed the rest of this draft because he did. Look over here in the chat. Mr. Minoan said Adam Cole is perfect in the Elite. No, he's not. DGMC 896 bold prediction: Goldberg will be the new Mr. Irrelevant of this draft. Oh, I promise you, Goldberg will probably never show up in this draft.
Well, shit, who knows with Warren's ass?
Yeah,
Maybe.
No. Warren's rant on Goldberg and that UWO it stole the show. I don't know why Kyle just didn't turn the camera off and say we're done. That was awesome. And then he also said, "Please tell me somebody has picked up Hook by now."
Afraid not. But there's always time.
Yeah, maybe. All right. Kyle, you're back on the clock. My pick for round 2. I got my man. I'm going to build my men's division around. Now I'm going to build my women's division, and I'm going to pick the person who is a 5-star in-ring general. She can make anybody look good. She has a character that is almost bar none. She's the most decorated female professional wrestler in the history of professional wrestling. She is the queen. Bow down, Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about that.
That's fine. I'm just saying, she'll make anybody that works with her better. She can put over anybody. She can make herself stand out if she needs to. And like I said, she's a 5-star in-ring general. She can call a match. She can produce a match when she's done. You can't go wrong with the queen. And because, dang it, RN took my pick. So, all right. Kyle, your first pick of round 3. RN, you're on the clock.
All right, man. So I'm going to head over to my tag team division. Still sticking with draws at this point when it comes to talent. I draft the tag team of Edge and Christian.
What? You going to get one match out of them?
No, man. They're both wrestling right now. Okay. Stick them back together. We've gotten Edge as a single wrestler. We've gotten Christian. There's a lot of leg room left as tag team wrestlers. So that's who I'm going with.
By the way, everybody, because he picked Edge and Christian, they are now ineligible to be picked as singles competitors now.
Yep.
They are off the board. So if anybody wanted Edge or Christian, I'm sorry, you can't have them now. RN.
Dude, that kazoo demographic will be huge on my show. Yes.
RN, make your pick of round 3. Warren, you're on the clock.
Falling in my lap. Let's go, Kenny Omega.
Ooh.
Never heard of him.
Toxic Waste. I don't want him.
Oh, man. There goes Kenny.
Him and Seth together. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. That would be an interesting match. Seth will make his butt work, that's for sure. All right. Warren, your pick of round 3. I'm on the clock.
Let's head on over to the women. I'm not building it around her. She is one of a half. She's a half of a whole.
Uh-huh.
Thunder Rosa.
Ooh.
Damn, man.
I had her on my list. You got her. Man.
Yeah.
Great pick. Great pick.
I will come full circle later regarding Thunder Rosa. But you'll see. I'm building the greatest women's division of all time.
I'm looking forward to hearing the next pick of that. All right. My pick from round 3, Kyle, you're on the clock. My pick from round 3, I'm going to pick my general manager. I do like heel general managers, but I also like guys that are brilliant minds for wrestling who can get controversial and who can create some awesome stories. However, I also like guys that have been in the ring and know how to do timing and know how to do match put-togethers. I am going with the Game, Triple H, as my general manager.
I had him. I had him in my lineup. I was considering.
Yeah, that
him.
was my top pick.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think you can't go wrong with him. I think he's got, in my opinion, one of the top 3 best minds in wrestling right now. And God forbid, if he needs to get in the ring, he can. But I don't ever want him to get in the ring. Fun fact, spoiler: I don't ever want to see Triple H ever wrestle again. Especially
Believe it or not, same.
Especially after this last medical scare. Save his body, keep his mind. I need him. I need him to stay healthy and keep NXT floating. And please take over the WWE someday, please.
So, like your top 3 minds in wrestling would be like what? Like Triple H, maybe
Paul Heyman,
and Jackson Riker, right? Sounds about right. My number 1 choice, Jackson Riker.
Oh my gosh! Honestly, I don't know who my number 3 would be. That's a toss up. But I think Triple H and Paul are top
Jericho,
2.
honestly.
Chris would be a good choice actually. He might be an interesting GM. Kyle, your first pick of round 4. RN, you're on the clock.
All right. So for my women's division, I want some athletically dominant women to shine. I have 3 that I want. I'm not confident I'm going to get all 3, but I'm going to start off with Bianca Belair.
Dang it! Oh, man. She was like my number 2 choice. That hurts. That hurts. Any particular reason besides just how athletic she is?
So between the 3 that I have in my head, she is the total package in my regard.
She's the EST, man.
The EST, yeah. So she doesn't really have many, if any, holes in her game. So that's why I went with her first.
Did anybody else?
It's crazy how long she'd been ready for main roster, right? Like when she was in NXT, Like, I liked her in NXT, but I was looking at her and was like, man, she didn't fit the style, right? Which was a lot more.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I always thought like she's gonna kill on main roster because she was terrible on NXT. I'm sorry, let's just call it.
She was. Yeah.
Like nothing translated in NXT. She, like you said, she just did not fit. That style
didn't fit. No. She didn't fit. She didn't fit the indie super show PWG environment style. She was ready for main and look. That's what everyone was saying. You'd see her go and you'd be like, this woman's a superstar.
Yes.
Just get her
up there now. Yes.
And boom, and look at what happened. We were right all along.
100%. My only thing I hate about this is that because she left NXT when she did, now she'll never be a Grand Slam champion. Neither will Becky Lynch.
Charlotte went back and got the title.
Yeah, they'll go back.
Yeah, maybe they will. If
go back and take it off Raquel.
But good grief! Now that they're making it clear more than ever, now that NXT is not a show to even want to be on anymore. So it stinks. So, but anyway, oh yeah, and the other thing I was gonna say is, did anybody else get confused when you first heard EST? I was like, why is she Eastern Standard Time?
No, I knew exactly what she meant. Jesus. Only because of like she had said it like
if I ever heard one.
Like
I got 3. I've earned it.
Well, the only reason why I knew is because like even before she like really debuted, she was winning all those fucking combines before she was ever even.
Oh, dude, she's so sick. My God, her athletic ability is amazing.
Like I heard her say it there. You know what I'm saying? That's all I knew. Like, all right, I get you now. Fastest, strongest, most beautifulest.
All right, RN, your pick of round 4, Warren. You are on the clock, sir.
I'm going with the Lucha Bros because selfishly I wanted to get one of them or both of them for my singles, but this is a cheap way to get them where I get a dope-ass tag team and I can get some dope single matches out. So, Lucha Bros.
Okay. I'm on the clock. Warren, who is your pick for round 4, sir?
Second half of my women's division that I'm going to build everything around is Mercedes Martinez.
Oh,
wow. The thing here that I think escapes a lot of what Thunder Rosa and Mercedes Martinez can bring is its experience and combat experience, because both of them go beyond just like the scope of professional wrestling. These women are legitimate badasses, and in the case of Mercedes, she's been doing this for 2 decades at this point, so she is the cornerstone. She's the general. She'll take all your
underrated.
Yeah,
criminally underrated.
Oh no, she will always be. She will. Question of circumstance, I guess, whatever. But there'll always be that level of her being underrated, at least on the big stage. And you want to build a women's division that is unlike anywhere else, where it's just like fantastic women who know how to wrestle, and give us the great simulated fight that you want out of pro wrestling.
Yep.
Where they'll just go all out and they'll be sound. There's not going to be any they woofed a little bit here. You won't be grading the women's matches on a curve. You'll be like, God damn.
Yep.
And you want that to trickle down to the rest of your division. Well, there you go. That's my top fight right there. That's my main attraction. Mercedes Martinez, Thunder Rosa, right there.
That's great. I love it. All right. I'm going to also, because y'all are picking all my top picks in the women, I better pick one before I lose them. I'm going to pick another girl that I think would have great in-ring chemistry with Charlotte. Also, another in-ring general, not quite a 5-star, but I'll say she's at least a 3 or 4. She is currently on injured leave, but when she comes back, she's going to be pushed to the moon. I fully believe it. She has yet to show us her best work. I'm picking the role model, Bayley, to go into my division.
I love Bayley.
I love her.
Always love Bayley.
Most underrated of the 4, but she could probably out-wrestle all of them.
Literally.
Maybe not Sasha. I think Sasha's the best wrestler out of the 4 of them.
I think she's the most daredevil. I wouldn't call her the best.
I think I don't think they let her go. That's the thing. Because this is a woman she went to train with Miko Satomura in Japan. She knows what she's doing. She studied lucha libre, right? There's a reason why Eddie Guerrero is her favorite wrestler.
100%.
Like it's not just because it's a cool thing to say. She's really into it, and I don't think they just let her fly. I really don't. And there are sparks of brilliance.
Yep.
She has the psychology. She has everything. I really think Sasha is the best of the 4 horsewomen. Bayley is in second, if you ask me. Just personally, of course.
No problem with that. All right, Kyle, your first pick of round 5. RN, you're on the clock.
All right. Sticking with my imposing women theme, of my women's division, I have to sincerely apologize to RN.
I knew it.
Shayna Baszler is my number 2 pick.
Damn it.
RN's favorite current wrestler on the women's roster.
To go with the hard hitting. Yeah.
Oh, she's amazing.
Yeah,
Fuck.
absolutely.
She's my favorite women's wrestler probably of all time.
Her and Bianca are set up to be like the Rock and Austin of my women's division.
They got to face each other, but I'm definitely looking forward to that. Looking over here, DGMC said,
what did he say again?
He said, how much of a good defense attorney is she, Warren?
Who?
Sasha.
Oh, Jesus. Oh.
All right. RN, your pick of round 5. Warren, you're on the clock.
I'm taking Britt Baker.
Dang! That was my rising star pick. That was my rising star pick. Dang it. Oh. Go ahead, RN.
This is my Shayna pick right here, but he took Shayna right before, so.
Yeah.
Ah, man. All right, well, what about Britt besides how awesome she is?
I mean, that's just it. I mean, I couldn't get Adam Cole, so I took his wife. So
that's another reason you should let me have her, man. Now she's gonna be pissed at me the whole time, or pissed at you the whole time. All right, Warren, your pick for round 5. I'm on the clock.
What should we do? Yeah, you see, my first pick, Jackson Riker, needs to lose to more significant people. He needs to continue his downward spiral. And I think there's none better than John Moxley to just like beat the shit out of him consistently.
Wow.
So let's go with John Moxley.
Fun guy to beat Riker down. Yeah.
He'll never win a match with John there.
No, absolutely not.
I love it.
That'd be great. But I mean, Mox is fantastic. Like Mox is living the dream as far as wrestlers go.
Yeah,
he's living the dream. This is a guy that leaving WWE has legitimately been the best thing for him.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say this, like everyone knows, like especially on this show, like how much I fucking hate John Moxley. But I can honestly say, the last probably 2 or 3 months, he's kind of fucking tipping me towards his arrest. I don't know if it was him getting
putting him with Eddie Kingston, man.
Yes,
he just becomes so much more human next to Eddie.
Yeah, not even that. Like you can tell that when he's with Kingston too, some of that's rubbing off, and you're getting to see him being John Moxley and not fucking Dean Ambrose or whoever pretending to be John Moxley. I think we're actually really getting a dose of who he fucking is.
I agree.
And now when he does those deep, like fucking, now when he's talking shit in his promos and everything before, like I believe him. Yep. Like I don't feel like it's just him trying to be the crazy guy or the Death Rider, whatever the fuck he was supposed to be trying to be.
Right.
I understand it now and I get it now and I feel it now. Like I know that's that asshole from Cincinnati that really will fuck somebody up and put his head through a table if he has to do it. Now I get it and I'm understanding. I feel that character coming through now.
He's also one of the few guys, I forgot who it was that said this, he's one of the few guys that I can honestly say watching him, he would wrestle in front of 100,000 people, but then the very next night, he would wrestle in front of 10 people in a bingo hall. Right. He just loves to do this.
And I think that's why I always didn't get it, because like you can tell how much he loves the business and cares about it, but I think he was trying to be a character instead of being a character.
Absolutely.
If that makes sense.
I agree. Great pick, Warren. Great pick. I'm going to close.
It was announced tonight that he's going to be fighting Filthy Tom Lawler in at Defy in November. So yeah, that's what he does. He just goes around the indies and he's like, all right, who's the tough guy? This guy. All right, let's just fuck each other up for a while.
All right. Well, now I'm going to pick another male to give Adam Cole some fun competition on the show. And my pick, Kyle, you're on the clock, by the way. My pick is someone Adam Cole's very familiar with, someone he's made a lot of magic with, somebody who is also one of the most underrated and best people on the stick, and somebody who I think very might possibly be facing Adam Cole in AEW here in the near future. I'm picking Kevin Owens.
Kevin Steen,
he will be when he comes over. Absolutely. I'm picking KO. I look like him, and I think he's a lot of fun. I think he's a very underrated wrestler, and like I said, very underrated on the mic. When he speaks, I believe him.
Independent wrestler.
I love him. I love him.
Because straight indie guy like Kevin Steen is probably my favorite independent wrestler.
And name a bad match he and Adam have had. I'll wait.
Right.
That's why. I want those two together. Main event. Anytime I want them to main event. Kyle, first pick of round 6, sir. RN, you are on the clock.
All right. You guys are letting me run away with this women's division. I'm going with my third pick.
Oh,
Out of the 4. Now, this is someone I'm going to be investing time with. It's not a surefire thing, but right now they have all the potential in the world. I'm going with Miss Jade Cargill.
Oh, wow. Good.
bold choice.
Yeah, man.
Her and Shayna. I'll look forward to that.
Right.
In 3 years.
In 3 years.
Yeah. Assuming she can keep developing. Assuming
Yes.
she can keep developing.
Yes.
Yeah, she's superstar written all over it.
RN, your pick for round 5. Warren, you are on the clock.
I'm going a little bit outside the box. Most people probably don't even know who the hell he is. I'm going with Jonathan Gresham.
I know who he is. I know who he is.
There you go.
He's
The
a
foundation.
he's a beast, man.
Oh,
He's a
if
beast.
anybody's not watching Ring of Honor, even if you don't fucking watch Ring of Honor, you watch those pure championship matches. That shit is gold. Like there is no reason in hell why some promotion, AEW or WWE, there's no reason why he should not be on national TV somewhere. He might be at this very moment the best wrestler in the world.
He's unquestionably the best technical wrestler. I think he doesn't want to compromise on what he does. That's the thing.
Right. Ring of Honor is perfect for him.
If he goes to WWE, he's going to be just another guy. Like everything that makes Jonathan Gresham special is going to be gone if he goes to the Fed.
He needs to go to Japan or AEW and get some money and get on TV.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Before Warren goes, look over here. Kristen Ashley comes in and says, "Go Dogs!" Hey, yeah, the Georgia Bulldogs are my second team. Awesome. DGMC says, Dr. Octopus. Is that one of his nicknames?
Yeah,
Gresham.
Gresham.
Yeah, he is the
He
Octopus,
comes with this fucking crazy ass like Kraken.
Looking like Cthulhu, man.
Yeah, like it's fucking dope. I mean, I love
Zack
it.
Sabre Jr. versus Jonathan Gresham is the match I want.
Oh God, no! I don't think my fat ass heart could take that. I might pass out.
Warren, your pick for round 6. I am on the clock.
Throwback. I'm picking a tag team. I'm going with DIY.
Oh, wow. Now Ciampa and Gargano are off the table. Wow.
Yep.
Man.
I'm not mad at that because it's like you can use it for singles. So like, that's a good fucking pick.
There you go. That's the deal. Ciampa can before the whole 2.0 thing.
Yep.
I think he was one of the bright spots as far as in-ring work in NXT. He's been consistent and fantastic. And Johnny Gargano is still one of the best workers that WWE has in that entire company. I mean, he's enjoying himself. He's doing the goofy shit, and he's good at it. And that's fine. The wedding. I thought the wedding stuff was funny.
I loved it.
It was funny.
I loved it.
The wedding stuff was fire.
Good. So yeah, of course you want those guys. Why wouldn't you want those guys? And besides, good old fashioned 2-on-1s on Jackson Riker, handicap matches for Jackson Riker. We need that too.
Warren, just to follow up with you on that, there is a rumor that we're going to see some NXT guys getting drafted in this draft. Do you think Johnny Gargano will come up to the main roster this time?
I hope not.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't think so. Like, the writing is on the wall for any guy who's under 230 pounds.
He'll be known as Johnny 24/7 if he comes up.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
Fun fact, he is currently the longest tenured wrestler in NXT.
Oh, yeah, because we lost Tyler Breeze.
Because we lost Tyler Breeze and we lost Mona Reeves, that guy.
Yeah.
Poor Kona.
Kona, thank you. I don't know why I said Mona. All right, my turn. Kyle, you are on the clock. I'm sorry. I cannot believe this tag team is still available, but I am picking the New Day.
Is that 3 guys or 2?
That is 3. I get all 3 because they are a Freebird tag team. So I get the current WWE champion.
No.
Yep. Nope. You can't do that. They are a Freebird tag team. They work that way. Yes,
Man, you should have had some discretion before the show.
No.
All right.
I was completely aware that was going to happen.
Yeah. I had a feeling.
They were actually like. They were like, okay, I know RN's going to get him, or maybe Kyle's going to get him, but when we're at round 6 and they're still not there, I got to get him. You got Kofi, you got a doctor in psychology with Austin, you've got, or now Xavier, but I'm going to call him Austin Creed when I get him. And then you've got Big E, who has absolutely stolen the show on Raw. You talk about a guy that you could say that is the face of a brand and possibly even the face of the WWE. Big E fits the mold perfectly. I love watching what he's doing, and I hope the New Day stays together. Please do not screw this up again. Leave them together on Raw and let them be who they are and let them entertain and let them steal the show every time they come out. They're always good. So I got the New Day.
All right. So now that I have my established star power and I have set eyes that will come over to the show, my number 2 pick for male wrestler might be a head scratcher at first, but they're going to be someone that's going to benefit from all these new eyes. I am talking about the one and only Matt Vertigo. That is my dark
Great pick. Right, great pick. Man.
Interesting.
I'm not mad at that.
The drip man. I love it.
Yes, sir, man. Matt Vertigo's my boy. That guy's got a bright future. He just needs the right eyes on him.
It was funny. Yeah, Kyle messaged me and said, "Can we get a guy that's on the independents?" I'm like, "You want Vertigo, don't you?" I was like, "You can have him, man." I love Matt Vertigo. He was on our SummerSlam preview show, and he's actually coming back to do Crown Jewel. So that'll be fun getting him together.
He should be on UWO as well.
Oh, awesome! I can't wait to hear that. All right, RN, you're picked for round 7. Warren, you're on the clock.
I'm going Young Bucks.
You can have him.
How long? At some point, they're going to have to change their names, right?
Right.
What, to the dumb
Like
sucks?
when they're going to be in their 50s. Like,
No, because then it's funny then when they're younger.
Yeah, it's like
no
the
reason to change it.
It's like the Backstreet Boys, man. The new kids on the block, they're in their 50s and they're still the new kids. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Despite Bama's hate, the Young Bucks are the most influential tag team in the last decade.
I agree. I completely agree.
What, for killing the business of everything that's right with it?
Oh, brother.
Anyways,
I need some villains, and the way that they abuse.
Hey, you got 2 good villains there. I'll give you that, because they'll make the people that don't like them hate them, and they'll make guys like me that love the business hate them. So you got a good villain there.
Well, I was just gonna say how they abuse those one-of-one custom Jordans that cost like $10,000.
That is the biggest crime. That is the biggest crime.
That is the biggest heel move in all of wrestling. Those one-of-one Dior Jordans that they have turned into wrestling boots.
What are they, like 15 grand? Something like that? Oh my gosh.
15 grand for sure. And the Travis Scott ones, the ones that they put the ones that they glued the thumbtacks to, those are like 25.
My gosh.
Yeah.
My gosh. Unbelievable. Warren, your pick for round what are we on? Round 7, and I'm on the clock.
Don't ask me. I'm not keeping track on what round we are.
I got it.
Man. I am going to go with a tag team, I believe. And I'm going with Aussie Open, who are a pair. Trust me on this. They're a pair of Australian guys. They've been wrestling a little bit in Britain. They trust me on this. They are going to be the greatest tag team of the next decade.
Really?
They're absolutely, if they can stay healthy, of course, they are absolutely fantastic.
Okay.
And they joined this weekend. They joined Will Ospreay's United Empire gimmick, his stable. So they're going to be working in New Japan. That's absolutely sure, and that is fantastic. I swear, these guys are on the cusp. They are going to blow up. So I might as well get myself a nice young prospect tag team for my own promotion. And right now, the Aussie Open is going to be super hot. Super hot.
Love it. Love it. Real quick, before I make my pick in round 7, I just want to say, if you've been watching this far, thank you so much. If you've been listening this far, thank you so much. I would like to encourage you, if you would please think and consider to support this great brand and support this show by checking out our Patreon. If you go to our Patreon right now, patreon.com/SmackDrawPodcast, we have 4 subscription tiers over there, all going around the names of our shows. Depending on what subscription you get, determines how much access you get to the show. You get shout-outs, sticker packs, exclusive content, Smack Draw t-shirt, behind the scenes access. We'll even advertise for your brand.
Oh my God, look at that.
The more you buy from us, the more we will take good care of you. If you're looking at the screen when I come back here right now, all of those stickers on the back of Kyle's laptop, the water bottle that RN occasionally drinks out of, all this great stuff comes from our Patreon and goes to our Patreon members. So we just want to thank you for supporting us. If you don't want to go that deep, but you do want to give us a donation, go to our PayPal, paypal.me/SmackDrawPod, and you can give us a donation there. We appreciate all the support, all this great content we put out, the laptops we use, the mics we use, the green screens, all the stuff we do. You help pay for it, and we appreciate your support and your feedback. The better you take care of us, I promise you, the better content we'll put out to take good care of you. Thank you so much. So now, Kyle, you are on the clock. My final pick of round 7. I have to pick someone. RN took the other biggest heel, so I'm going to pick a heel that I know will be a complete nuclear missile. He will absolutely fire up any crowd. He will get anybody that's across the ring from him to get cheered, because if I have my way with this guy, he will never turn face and he will never get chilled ever. I'm picking the hottest and most dangerous man in professional wrestling right now, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF.
I deleted him before you even said it.
I've got to get anybody across the ring from him gets cheered, even if they're a jobber, because he's that good at drawing heat.
Even Jackson Riker?
Even Jackson Riker.
My God.
I think... I'll say this.
MJF's parents even went in on him and said, we hate him too. Like, there's nobody that gets eaten.
That sign was so great. I think right now Tommy Dreamer would still get cheered across from MJF.
Right, exactly.
All right.
Kyle, RN, you're on the clock. We're beginning round 8. Kyle, you have the pick.
Okay, so I'm in between. I got to start building on, because my female division's pretty much wrapped up. I have all the options in the world. I got to build on my singles wrestlers or my tag teams. I'm going to stick with my tag team division just because Edge and Christian was, mainly for the eyes. I got to get a backbone in there. And I think there's no better backbone in a tag team division out of what's left than the Usos.
Dang it!
Yeah.
That was going to be my next pick so they could face the New Day again and again and again. Oh, dang it.
That's a very bold statement there.
If you guys
that there's not a better backbone team out there.
Oh, no. They're one half of the backbone. I'm just hoping I can survive one more round and get the ideal opponents for it.
I see.
Wow, yeah. Interesting. RN, your pick for round 8. Warren, you're on the clock, sir.
This one is another selfish pick because hopefully I get a top single star out of it. I'm going with Street Profits.
Okay.
So that you can push Angelo Dawkins to the moon.
There you go. Yeah, Dawkins is the star, right?
No, literally, that's who I was going to say. So
I agree. Dawkins, like, I know a lot of people forget about Montez, but Dawkins is so
I think
solid.
Dawkins is a good enough veteran. Like, he does little things that people don't give credit for because Montez act like a fucking idiot 90% of the time. But I think if you did split them up, make him the heel. I think that you could get 2 stars. Maybe Montez has a better chance of being the superstar. Yeah. But I don't think Dawkins gets enough credit. First of all, it's that terrible ass fucking outfit. Like, that's the first thing I'm doing is making him get rid of those fucking old ass LeBrons and those giant ass basketball shorts that nobody wears.
Right, those are horrible.
That's the first thing that has to go. But he can keep the headbands. I like the headbands. It's his own unique thing. But other than that, once you change his outfit, like, I feel like he's grossly underrated. So that's why I picked the Street Profits.
I say DGMC 96 loves that. He says, push those red cups to the moon, brother.
Facts.
Now, if RN, I mean this in the nicest way possible. Every time I see and hear Dawkins, I think about you.
Right. Someone else told me that too.
I love it. Great choice. All right, Warren, your pick for round 8. Now I'm on the clock.
I'm going to pick a ref.
All right.
I'm picking Girl Hebner, Aubrey Edwards.
Damn, she was in my lineup.
Yeah, I like my referees with personality. I don't know about you guys, but I understand the whole thing. A wrestling match is a 3-way. Is actually 3 people in a match, and the referees are supposed to be invisible, but no, they're not. Even when we were younger, I was very young, but Kyle was a little older than me back then. When Tommy Morella. You remember
on this show?
You remember Kyle when when Jesse Ventura? You remember who's about your age, right? Now, but Jesse Ventura, he'd call it out, right? He'd say Tommy Morella is Joey Morella. Excuse me. He's Hogan's little buddy, you know, and that would just give them just enough color, you know. And Earl Hebner, sometimes he'd get mad at wrestlers, and people would pop for that because people like their referees with a little personality,
right?
And Girl Hebner has all the personality. Aubrey, shit.
I love Girl Hebner, man.
Yeah,
that's
fire.
I'm gonna refer to her as that on my.
Well, that was her indie name when she was doing the indies. That was her. That
really?
was her
I
name.
wasn't aware.
I didn't know that. Yeah,
I did not know.
Awesome.
That's why sometimes I'm like I'm still calling him Daniel Bryan, you know, and it's probably going to be for years. So I'm calling her Aubrey Girl Hebner still, you know. It's
nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Before I get to my pick for round 8, DGMC said, "Man, I thought RN was Angela Dawkins till now. What a swerve!"
Oh my God.
That's
we'll pull out the fucking headbands for the next show.
Man, Warren brings all the comedians into the group.
Oh,
man.
Jesus. Oh, at DGMC is all the comedian we need. Trust me.
You and him are definitely a 1-2 punch, my friend. I love it. All right, I'm on the clock. Kyle's on the clock. I'm gonna pick. I've got 2 girls I need to pick. I'm going to pick my rising star that's going to learn under Charlotte and learn under Bayley. I think she is a star the moment she walks out on that ramp. Her music is fire. Her look is fire. She is the Motley Crue rock star that is waiting to be pushed to the moon. I'm picking Toni Storm.
Damn it! That was my next.
That was one of my
really
my on the fence.
y'all are really high on her to that degree.
Yes, have you ever watched NXT?
She's only 25, dude. She's only 25. She's got so much more time. She's gonna get so
Here's
much better.
the thing. It's like I'm super familiar with the work that she did on the indies when she was on the British scene, and she was absolutely fantastic. And I think that the minute that I find she had one good match in NXT UK with Dakota Kai, and it was a qualifying match for the women's title after Rhea had won it for the first time. Right?
They made a mistake. It should have been her instead of Rhea.
Look, I don't think she's had that great a run. I don't think she's even half the wrestler she was when she was going on the indies.
No, not even that. I'm saying them bringing Rhea to NXT. They should have brought Toni Storm first.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Rhea was not. I don't think Rhea was the right choice.
I agree wholeheartedly.
I don't think Toni hasn't been doing it for me, and I like Toni Storm. And I was excited that she was. That she joined NXT UK. I thought there was a lot of promise there. She had a very good Mae Young Classic. That's not even the point. I don't know why, but there's something that's not clicking. I think her in-ring is dull these days. And I'm like, well,
no, I agree with that. I agree with that. Nowadays, I feel like she's watered down. I do.
I agree.
I feel like there's definitely work to be done. But again, like you said, she's 25. So you got plenty of time to work on it.
Yep, and again, like I said, the moment she steps out, just stands there with that music playing and the lights, and just pulls those glasses down. I'm like, she's a star. She's a star. Yeah. Just let her. So especially in the world of unfortunate sports entertainment, that's 90% of the battle. So if the in-ring can progress, she's already got the look, she's already got the character. So if the in-ring can progress, she's going to be an absolute superstar in the near future. Kyle, your first pick of round number 9, RN, you are on the clock.
All right, so. Before I make my official pick, I just want to say that to bring the eyes to the product, I went with Edge and Christian, but my option for the other tag team was actually going to be Damian Priest and Bad Bunny. And so I hate to give them up because they would definitely bring eyes to the product.
Do it, you coward!
No. The New Day need a great dance partner in the ring. There's no better pick for them than the Gorillas of Destiny, and that is going to close out.
I have the New Day
division.
I have the New Day.
I'm sorry, I meant the Usos.
Usos, okay.
Yeah. The Usos and the Gorillas of Destiny is a matchup I've wanted to see forever. So now they are officially closing out my tag division.
Okay. All right. RN, your pick for round 9. Warren, you're on the clock.
Allergic to Canadian destroyers.
I'm gonna go do. I'm gonna do Io.
You say go with who?
Io.
Oh, damn! That was probably who was going to close out my women's division too.
Good call. Very good call.
I'm trying to flesh out. I want top stars, but I want different types of top stars.
She's definitely different.
I'm trying to build style matches, and like you said, Bama, you have everyone that I picked is a good wrestler in the ring and a good character outside of it.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm shooting.
You got to be able to talk. You got to be able to talk.
Gotta be able to talk.
Absolutely. 100%. Warren, your pick for round 9. I am on the clock.
I am going to go for another tag team, and it's going to be Santana and Ortiz.
I had him on my list too.
Pick.
Great pick. Great pick.
So you see, Kyle, when you were talking earlier, about backbones and everything there, I think Santana and Ortiz is right up there, and I think they're
grossly underused and
incredibly underused,
terribly. And I think they're the guys who benefited the least from the inner circle stuff. Absolutely. Outside of being often on TV. They had that one fantastic match with the best friends, that the parking lot brawl, which was I loved it. Great plunder match. I thought it was a lot of fun. But I'm glad that they're sort of like the inner circle guys are all like doing their own things, and that's cool. They're doing their own things, and they've been having some killer matches. Let's keep going down that direction because we deserve a strong Santana and Ortiz, because they are really, really good. There's a reason why people were so goddamn excited when they showed up at All Out. The first All In, excuse me.
Right.
Way back when.
President's masks.
Yeah. That there's a reason why, because they were fantastic. They still are. It's time. It's their time. We're good now. We're good with them.
Good. All right, Kyle, you're on the clock. I'm going to pick the next member of my tag team division. The New Day need a dance partner. I'm going to pick a team that they've battled a few times that absolutely gave them magic in the ring. Speaking of Santana Ortiz, the other 2 good matches they've had in AEW were against this tag team. In my opinion, from a work perspective and from just a classic tag team perspective, these are the best tag team on the face of the planet right now. I'm going with Fear the Rules, FTR.
Man, this is why we need drug testing before the draft. They are not in any way the best tag team in the world. They did all that shit talking about the WWE, and they are the exact fucking team they were.
And there was nothing wrong with them in WWE at all. Nothing.
According to them, it was.
You know what? Yeah, because you know why? They kept putting them in gimmick matches and wouldn't let them wrestle. And until they went back down to NXT, then they got to wrestle in the Undisputed Era.
They're in gimmick matches now with fucking Sting's old ass, bro.
Yeah, and you think they want that? Heck no.
I just think that we grossly overrated them. That's all I'm saying.
So I got to close out my women's division. This pains me that I can't bring in my final 2 picks. I think it's safe to stay with Shayna, Bianca, and Jade. I have a really good roughneck style going. So I got to leave Big Swole out. Man, I really wanted Big Swole in there, but instead I need somebody with a little bit more welcoming of a presence. I am going to go with Ty Conti to close out my women's division.
Good pick.
Yes.
He was my dark horse.
Great pick.
Conti has, in my very personal opinion, I think Conchi has more upside than Jade Cargill.
100%. 100%.
I can see that.
I think she has more standing power.
I think that she does, but I just think because of Jade's look and everything, if she pops, I think it's fucking through the roof.
Do you think?
I do think you have.
But it's funny. It's funny because every time and don't get me wrong, I see the star potential in Jade. Like she lives it. She looks it.
Right.
But it's funny. Like every person I talk to about, because I've been skeptical on Jade from the get-go, despite everyone around me being, she's fantastic. I'm like, she's not fantastic. She's a work in progress. That's fantastic. Just call it as it is. And it's funny because every person I talk to is the same type of argument as our end did. It's like, oh, but she has the star qualities. Yes, but I, as a wrestling fan, and again, just myself, I need a little more than that. Ty has that star presence as well. Not the same type, not on the same level, and not maybe as natural. And on top of that, she's got the skill, she's got the talent. And if there's one woman who's benefited from leaving the performance center and dropping into AEW and just exploding, it's her.
Yep.
Because while she was at the PC and NXT,
the worst part, we
like,
haven't
who
even
is
got to
this?
see her martial arts background. Like she still does. I think she needs to lean on that a little bit more.
Yep.
I agree.
In her matches and show that she's not just a fucking pretty face. Like she could probably beat the shit out of some of the men on that roster. Like,
I think I have a soft spot for Jade though, just because one of my favorite wrestlers of all time was China. And
it's a good comparison. Good comparison.
Yeah, Jade just really strikes. I'm not saying she's like, because Jade's obviously her own thing,
right?
But it's one of the first women wrestlers to really remind me of China.
She hits you that same way, and I agree. And again, you know, bless China, God bless her, and you know her contributions and the hardships that she went through. Rest in peace. But we don't remember China for her 5-star work rate either. You know what I mean? It's like, and I get it, and I get why people are excited about Jade.
Yep.
I absolutely get it. I'm not on that same level of excitement because I like a little more substance to my wrestlers. And again, just personal, but all the success in the world to Jade because she looks the part, she acts the part. She's fantastic to look at. She's got great presence. She's got naturals. If the wrestling can go along with it, she's going to kill everything, but she's not there yet.
Yeah, I agree. I love her look. I love her presentation. I can simply think to myself, can she be the overall athlete in the ring like Bianca is? And I just don't think she can. So that's my that's my fear. Is she just is her only trick the power? Is that the only thing she has, or can she back it up?
Because right now she's a reactionary wrestler. Like girls will attack her and she'll react to it. Right? She'll shoulder tackle, she'll kick them down, and then there'll be the power moves and so on and so forth.
Right.
You know, if what I'm excited to see if she'll develop that kind of explosiveness. Right. You know, I kind of like when here's another guy it's a guy, right? But like Tama Tonga, we were talking about the Gorillas of Destiny. Tama Tonga is a big guy. He's a huge guy, but one of the things that is his trademark is his explosiveness. Like at some point, you're just like, man, look at this guy go. He's all over the place and he's got this really explosive offense. If Jade can bring that kind of, I'm going to use the word again, explosiveness to her offense, where all of a sudden she's just like, whoa, she's going to be unstoppable. She's going to be beating up dudes.
I agree.
She's going to be beating up dudes on top of that. It'll be fantastic.
I agree. Warren, you're on the clock. RN. Here's your pick for round 9, sir.
I'm going to go with Jordan Grace.
Ooh, good pick.
See?
I'm building styles. I'm building styles here. I got the high flyer. I got the talker. I got the technician. So I need the power. And you guys took Shayna and fucking Jade. So I'm going with Jordan Grace. I just, her visuals, I mean, her confidence, she's getting better and better in the ring. I mean, dating Jonathan Gresham doesn't hurt her with that. And I got them both on my
there you go.
roster.
No broken relationship.
No, Jordan Grace for sure.
Keeping everyone happy.
Keeping everybody happy. Except you pissed off Adam Cole by taking his girl. All right. Warren, your pick for round 9. I'm on the clock.
We're going back to the women now. And we're going to go with Utami Hayashishita, who is currently the Stardom World Champion. She is one half of that match that happened earlier this year in Stardom against Syuri for the title that went to a draw. A 60-minute draw, and which is currently considered one of the greatest women's wrestling matches of all time. She's just a genius. And as much as people love Io, and with reason, because I think Io Shirai is one of the greatest wrestlers in the world, Utami is right up there. She is absolutely fantastic. She's a draw, if only because of her work rate, because of what she's done. I've never heard so much Stardom talk in the podcasts that I've been listening to since that match, and she's one half of it. She's absolutely fantastic. Syuri just won the Stardom the 5-star tournament, which is the equivalent of the G1 in Stardom. She just won. So like, there's fantastic women. Utami's fantastic. Bring her in with Mercedes Martinez and Thunder Rosa that I already have. You've got her who brings an entirely different skill set, but can get violent just like in a flash. I'm very proud of my women's division so far.
All right. I agree. Great. All right, Kyle, you're on the clock. I'm going to also close out my women's division this round. I've got the queen overall. I've got the technician in Bailey. I've got the rising star in Toni Storm, who could probably do a little bit of everything when she's all said and done. So I need somebody who is also around the same age as Toni, a little bit older, who has amazing chemistry with just about anybody she's in the ring with, but especially amazing chemistry with Charlotte and amazing chemistry with her best friend Bailey. And I think she could still steal the show and bring in a lot of also those eyes from the outside world by being a part of The Mandalorian. I can't believe Warren didn't pick her if she's so high on her. I'm taking the boss, Sasha Banks.
Wow, 3 of the 4 horsewomen. How original, Bama.
Yep.
I thought she was gone. I thought she was gone. I didn't even think about it.
Well, Arn took Becky and took Britt, and then he took Thunder Rosa. So there went my other one. So she was like number 7 on my list. So.
All right. So all that's left for me is the men's division and the refs. The refs can be my last picks. Who cares if y'all take my ref picks? I'm going to go ahead and start building my men's division. So probably one of the only people on the planet that can match star power with Roman Reigns. I am going to go with the one and only Okada.
God, that was literally my next fucking pick.
Yep.
Great pick. Great pick. That is a dream match. That would be great. Wow. All right. RN, your pick for round 10. Warren, you're on the clock, sir.
Well, now I got to change my pick. So I'm going to go with it was a toss-up for me on this one. I didn't really know which one to go because they're both kind of older. But I'm going to go with AJ Styles.
Cool. Oh, Mr. Phenomenal. Man.
Between him and Daniel Bryan or whatever his name is.
AJ showed he can still do it, right? On Monday.
Wow.
On Monday, like he wrestled like AJ Styles for the first time in a long time, and I was really happy to see that.
What is he now? 42, 43?
42, I think.
My gosh, he's so good. Wow.
No, he's fantastic.
I'll put him top 10 all time when it's all said and done in 50 years even.
He's 44.
Wow. My gosh.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
My gosh. All right, Warren, your pick for round 10. I'm on the clock.
Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon.
Great pick.
I mean,
great pick.
Look, and the thing is that we're on the cusp of a new discovery for people who weren't aware of what he could do in Ring of Honor. You know, if all you've seen is Daniel Bryan, which is fantastic, don't get me wrong, but you're about to discover an entire different persona. So you got him, John Moxley, and Shingo, and Bryan Danielson, triple threat versus Jackson Riker, just smushing the guy down constantly. Eat it, Riker, you son of a bitch.
Oh wow. Oh,
oh my God.
You're going to kill him in the first week. He's going to wrestle all of them.
He's going to work. He's going to work hurt. He's going to work through it. Or else don't show up to the pay window, man, if you're not working through it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. Kyle, you're on the clock. I'm going to pick the 4th person of my men's division. I've got Kevin Owens, I've got Adam Cole, and I've got MJF. I need to get a ring general. I need to get a veteran who can help these guys continue to grow and evolve, especially MJF. And I think MJF could learn a lot from him, especially when it comes to being a diabolical, just complete unhinged egomaniac. I'm going to pick, in my opinion, the most underrated wrestler walking the planet. When it's all said and done, people are going to look back and go, he probably is one of the greatest of all time. I'm picking the apex predator, the Viper, Randy Orton.
Well, enjoy your 3 years you get out of that guy.
No, dude, he'll wrestle till he's 50 because he's still in phenomenal shape.
It's true. No, you're probably right about that.
I mean, like I said, he's when you say, okay, give me top 10 greatest wrestlers of all time you've ever seen, Randy never gets mentioned. And he's flawless. There's a few wrestlers that were just born to do it. Randy, AJ, Shawn Michaels, these guys, they just flow. The little things, the head gestures, the go-between moves. Bully Ray says it all the time on Busted Open. The way he can make a headlock look painful. people have lost the art of how to do that. And Randy Orton has the most painful looking headlock and collar elbow tie up that I've ever seen from the current state of wrestling. And like I said, he's a master heel, and he can be a tweener. He can even be a baby face and still be the Viper. So I think he can teach a lot of these young guys, especially like he's teaching Matt Riddle now. Matt Riddle looks better every time because of the work he's doing with Randy Orton right now. So.
All right. So I'm at an impasse with my men's division. I got 2 slots left. I've got the star power. I've got the up and comer. I got to go with my gut. I need some form of a monster on here.
Abyss.
No, man. I'm going with Walter. Yes, sir.
Everyone's gonna die. Everyone's gonna die.
Everyone's gonna die.
Yes, sir.
Broken collarbones, broken sternums, broken ribs. Everybody's gonna die.
I had to move some shit around too.
Great pick, man. Great pick. Kyle, what's your favorite match so far you've seen with Walter?
The most recent one he had
with Dragunov.
Yeah, Dragunov. That was fantastic.
Match. Great match.
He had. I'm trying to remember the name of the event, but he had a very similar one with Dragunov in WXW in Germany. Yeah. I'd say 3 years ago. I'm trying to remember the event name, but like it's the show that made both of them like superstars in the European scene, because they were just like like it's the kind of match where you're like, guys, do you know pro wrestling is not real? Like you don't have to hurt yourselves, really, you know, kind of thing. It's one of those. Not taking away what they did at that takeover. That was phenomenal. I was so into it. I was out of my chair.
Yeah.
But they're just amazing. Both of them together. It's just magic every time.
Yeah, I love it. I think Corey Graves said on After the Bell, if he could show a non-wrestling fan a match to try to get them to become one, he would show them Walter Dragunov.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I did with my brother when it happened.
Yeah.
I showed my brother it. He's not a huge pro wrestling fan, and he fell in love with it. He said it was awesome.
Yeah, great. RN, your pick for round. What are we in round now? Round 11, I think. So yeah, you're picking round 11, and Warren, you're on the clock.
You're not asking me.
I think I'm gonna go with Big Bearcat Keith Lee.
Good call.
Great call.
Good call, man.
Great call.
Good one.
RN, what do you think about their apparent direction to make him a heel?
I mean, he's a great. He can be a great heel. Like if you're him, just evolve stuff and everything like that, and the Bask of My Glory shit kind of started out in a heel direction. So like, I'm not worried about what anything that Keith Lee can do. I'm worried about the shit that they're gonna heap on top of him that he has to carry up the hill, like the Bearcat shit. Like stop. Like there's no need to go. Like I understand what it was, but first of all, you did it in Cincinnati. We know what a Bearcat is. That's not what came to mind. We didn't think of Ernie Bearcat or whatever the fuck it was when we thought of an ugly trash rat cat that the Cincinnati Bearcat is. Like I think people were like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm 30 minutes down the road from the fucking place. I didn't think of a black wrestler when they came out with the Bearcat shit.
Right.
I thought of that ugly half squirrel, half raccoon, half cat.
Right.
That is our mascot for UC.
Yeah. Funny, he's had this gimmick moniker for like a month, but this is the first time on TV they're showing it because it's in Cincinnati. You're right. All right, Warren, your pick for round 11. I'm on the clock.
I'm going to round up my women's division. I talked about Aussie Open earlier, and everyone was like, oh, I'm going to do the same thing with a woman here. I'm going to pick Janai Kai. Trust me on this. She is the real deal. She's the real deal. She's a super young, small, but she has MMA background. She does jiu-jitsu. She does Muay Thai. Like she's
in a tag team.
Kick-ass. What's that?
Is she in a tag team?
She is in a tag team with her boyfriend. Yep, absolutely. And like her kicks, like her nickname's the Kick Demon.
Yeah.
But like she has the technique down. She understands pro wrestling and she understands how to make it look good, and she looks good doing it. Like she looks like someone who's going to walk in and she's going to rip your face off. Like kind of like when you see Layla Hirsch for the first time, you're like, oh, okay, look at this. Yeah. You know, look at her, but amped up 3-4 times.
Gotcha.
As much. So my division, anchored by Mercedes Martinez and Thunder Rosa. You have Utami in there as well. And then you have that young prospect who just wants to beat people up. And all you have in my division is people who want to beat other people up.
Mm-hmm.
It's constant bloodbaths. Then eventually you do an intergender match with Jackson Riker. You have him get smacked down. Boom. Kick Demon in the teeth.
Oh my gosh.
I'm enjoying this Jackson Riker.
I know. It's like the never-ending angle. I love it. All right.
That's why I picked him. That's why I picked him first.
That's awesome.
I wanted the material.
Yeah, let the record show he picked him first. First
My
round
first
draft pick was Jackson
I couldn't
Riker.
believe that was a legit pick, and now I'm happy because it's just been
And it's been
the
gold.
running joke the
It's
whole
been
show.
gold
It's
of the
awesome.
whole show. I love it. I love it. All right, Kyle, you're on the clock. I'm going to finish out my tag team division. I'm going to take 2 singles wrestlers and bring them back together because I think they are one of the most underrated but one of the most influential tag teams of the 2000s and into the early 2010s. I'm putting back together the Cowboy James Storm and Glorious Robert Roode. Bring me back beer money.
Oh wow, that's a cool tag team.
That was a
I
fun
respect
tag team.
that. I
I'm not
respect
mad at
that.
that.
Now I got the New Day with beer money, and if I want to go old school Smash Mouth, I got FTR beer money. That's a great tag team division right there.
And it's interesting. Like you think back, it's just popping into my mind like TNA Impact teams that you remember, that stand out. You've got maybe like Team Canada, right? But again, it's Robert Roode was involved in that.
Yep.
And beer money, and then
Motor City
Motor
Machine Guns.
City Machine Guns.
Yep. There you
Fantastic.
go. There you go. All right. Round
So
12.
quick disclaimer. So all I have left is my final male wrestler and 2 refs. I've got Tommy Dreamer is my GM.
Right.
I have my 3 tag teams, Edge and Christian, Usos, Guerrillas of Destiny.
Right.
I got my 4 female roster. I've got Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, Shayna Baszler, Tay Conti.
Okay.
And then on my male wrestlers, so far I've got Matt Vertigo, Roman Reigns, Okada, and Walter. I've got only 1 more pick for a male wrestler, and then my 2 refs.
Okay.
So with that being said,
My 2 refs, by the way, great sitcom from 1987.
But with that being said, I do apologize. I got to pick my male wrestler, and then you guys can figure out my referees. Bama is okay if I leave my window open. My wife came home. She's really sick. I got to take care of her.
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. But she ain't feeling too good.
That's all
But
right.
with that being said, my last male wrestler, I wanted a character at this point who can also go in the ring. I think we all miss him. And I am going to go with Wyndham Rotunda or Bray Wyatt if he sticks
Wow.
with WWE.
Wow.
To close out my men's division. I think that is an all-star cast between everything. So yeah, and if you
Great.
guys want to do me a solid, if you could, let me get Mike Knox or Rick Knox on the referee side.
You can
of
have
things, too. Okay, can I please have Rick Knox
You can
when
have
it
him.
comes around to the
All
refs?
right.
You can have him.
All right, you guys can have fight over Little Nate or something.
Oh no, you can have him too if you want him.
Dangerous
Cool, there you go,
Danny
Rick
Davis.
Knox and Little Nate.
Little Nate and Rick Knox. You've got him. All right, that's your roster.
That'll close out my roster. Like I said, I sincerely apologize.
No,
Bama.
that's fine.
It's-
That's fine. Go take care of your wife.
Yeah.
Family first, man. Thank you very much, Kyle. And I hope you have a good night. Take care of that wife and happy 74th birthday.
Oh, dude, this better not become a running joke. You all have a
I'm about to
fantastic
meme this.
evening.
I'm going to meme the shit out of this.
All
You
right.
guys
always
one,
thought
damn
you were
it.
the oldest anyway until we actually told our ages. We always thought you were the oldest.
God damn it, man. All right, I'm out of here. Bye. everyone.
All right. RN, you have the first pick of the next pick of round 13, I guess. I skipped a number, but we're on the right track. We all have 3 left.
Yes.
So, and Warren, you're on the clock, sir.
All right, mine's will be my referee. I'm getting Red Shoes from New Japan.
I knew somebody was going to get him. All right. Anything you want to add to that besides you got him?
No, we needed a referee, like you said, with some character. I mean, his name's fucking Red Shoes. It doesn't get it more.
There you go. There you go. All right, Warren, your pick for round 13. I'm on the clock.
Let me wrap. Since we're all in a refereeing type of mood, we'll wrap that up. I'm going to take Ring of Honor stalwart Todd Sinclair. He's been there for years, and he's one of the standards as far as referees go. Regardless, he's fantastic. He's very, very good. Todd Sinclair.
Good pick.
And Aubrey.
All right, that's it. Aubrey and Todd Sinclair. Good pair there. I'm going to also pick my first referee of the night. RN, you're on the clock. You got female Hebner. I'm getting male Hebner. Give me Brian Hebner.
Brian's very good.
I love Brian. He's a great in-ring psychologist as well. I think
Brian's very good.
He attributes that to Mike Chioda, to Jimmy Corderas, and of course his daddy. I mean, Errol Hebner was one of the greatest referees of all time. So
plus, Brian won't sell bootleg merch out of the trunk of his car. Do you guys know this story? Am I dropping the story on you?
I've heard. I think I know what you're talking about, but go ahead.
Okay. No, because Brian Hebner, Earl Hebner, excuse me. One of the reasons he was fired from WWE is because he was doing just that. He was selling bootleg WWE merch.
I remember hearing that
at live shows out of the trunk of his car.
Right.
That's why he's not welcome back.
Wow.
Fire.
All right, RN. Let's pick round 14. We all have 2 picks left. Warren, you're on the clock.
I'm gonna pick my second ref. She's a ref in NXT. Aja Smith, I believe her name is.
I have her on my list. Aja is
good.
Great. Great pick.
She's I didn't realize her name because of this. I started researching stuff and everything. Like, she's fucking amazing. Like, and she's been actually reffing a lot more men's matches.
Yes.
As well. So
yes. 100%. Great pick. Warren.
Lots of good refs these days.
Yeah,
they really are.
Lots of great refs.
Now,
my general manager is going to be TNA era general manager Sting.
Ooh, okay.
Because he was insane. That was his whole thing. He was like just, the Jack Nicholson references, Joker Sting and all of that. He was just completely nuts. So week after week on my shows, he's just going to be putting Jackson Riker in the worst possible situations week after week. So this is fantastic. TNA GM Sting.
Love it. I'm going to round out my referees as well and Arden, you're on the clock. So to close out round 14, my final referee, I also want to pick a female referee, and in my opinion, she's one of the best female referees in the business right now. She is a shining star on NXT and on SmackDown. I'm picking Jessica Carr.
Nice.
As well.
And she don't take crap from anybody. She'll shove a guy right back if he gets in her face. I love that about her. She's very, very good. Actually trained by the Dudley Boys at their academy. Mm-hmm. Very talented. Very talented. All right, RN, let's close out round 15. First pick. Who you got?
I'm going to finally pick my GM. I'm going with William Regal.
You can't go wrong with that pick. Wow. Great pick.
I got the workhorse roster, so you need a workhorse GM. Let's go.
There you go.
Absolutely. All right, Warren, final pick for you of this. Who's left on your list?
Men's division. Let's not forget. First pick, Jackson Riker.
We won't.
Second pick, Shingo Takagi. Don't tell Shingo, he'll come and kick my ass. Third pick, John Moxley. Bryan Danielson. How do you round this up? You look towards the future. Who is the future of this business, gentlemen? I'm glad you asked. Hook. It's Hook. Hook is the future. And what better way to break Hook into the business than have him have weekly squash matches with Jackson Riker? There you go.
Oh, that's so good.
This is why they drug test before the draft.
Oh my gosh. Kristen Ashley said Warren's arm, whatever that means. I'm not sure what. Okay, there you go. DGMC said that Warren's last pick is Goldberg, right?
Go to hell, DGMC.
And then Kyle just jumped in and said Warren's last pick was Eva Marie, correct? So.
Oh my God! Why are these people following me around?
that was Kyle. Everything. All right. To close out mine, I'm also going to pick one more younger star in my men's division to look to the future. I think he has a ton of potential. I think he has a great start. I think he has an amazing future. I think he's actually really good on the mic already, and I don't know why he's sticking around with Taz. I'm going to go Ricky Starks.
Oh, yeah. See, I agree.
Yeah, he's. I don't. The thing about that entirely is like he never needed Taz to speak for him.
No.
I feel like he's been handcuffing him.
I agree. He needs to get away from them now.
Did you guys see him when he was on NWA?
Loved him.
Yeah,
loved him.
He was fantastic.
Loved him.
Yeah,
he was a
he never
standout.
needed a mouthpiece.
He was a standout on NWA.
For sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so real quick, let's just recap. RN, go through your roster, your 15. Rattle them off one more time.
All right, hold on. I just had to pull it up. Of course, my phone went off. All right, my men, I'm going to start with it's Seth Rollins, Kenny Omega, Jonathan Gresham, AJ Styles, Keith Lee. My women is Becky Lynch, Britt Baker, Jordan Grace, and Io Shirai. Tag teams is Lucha Bros, Young Bucks, Street Profits. My GM is Regal, and my refs are Red Shoes and Aja Smith.
Everybody in the chat and everybody listening to this, leave us a comment or shout out. What do you think about that roster? You like it? Would you watch that show every week? Let us know in your comments and let us know in the chat. I would love to know what kind of grade and what kind of feedback you want to give RN for that. Warren, sir, rattle off your 15 names. What is Warren's roster?
My promotion, which is general managed by TNA era Sting, all right? Not Surfer Sting, not Crow Sting, not NWO Sting, not Wolfpack Sting. TNA, very important. TNA GM Sting, officiated by Aubrey Edwards and Todd Sinclair. My promotion, you come for the men, you stay for the women. Jackson Riker, Shingo Takagi, John Moxley, Bryan Danielson, and Hook. Our tag team division is made up of Santana and Ortiz, DIY, Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, and Aussie Open. And the women's division, the cornerstone, the reason why you're going to stick around, Mercedes Martinez, Thunder Rosa, Utami Hayashishita, and Janai Kai. Boom.
Love it. Love it. Kyle gave us his list earlier. I'm just going to be honest. I should have written them down. I'm sorry. I would have had him do this, but I know he's got a great list. And my list of the Bammer Federation of Wrestling, or as I like to call it, the BW. Ow! We're going to go with the general manager the show run by Triple H, who needs to run every show in the WWE right now. And the referees are Mr. Brian Hebner and Miss Jessica Carr. My women's division is the Queen Charlotte Flair, the role model Bayley, the boss Sasha Banks, mentoring and upbringing one of the future stars, Miss Toni Storm. My men's division is Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, Adam Cole, Bay, Ricky Starks, and MJF. And my tag teams are FTR, Beer Money Reunited, and the New Day. That is my roster. Guys, give us a shout out and let us know what you think about our rosters. Which show do you like the most? Which roster would you watch? Which show would you tune into? How did we do on picking this year's draft? Final thoughts over here in the chat. Why didn't y'all pick 2007 Cody Rhodes if he was a luchador?
Is this DG? Yes, sounds like a DGMC car. All right, cool. All right.
He also said Dominic Mysterio was just Hispanic David Flair.
I upgrade to David Sammartino.
There you go. And then Warren, he also wanted to know, what about Steve Borden's Sting?
What's not Sting if it's Steve Borden? What are you talking about?
Thank you. That's not Sting.
It's not Sting.
Literally not Sting.
100% agree. 100% agree. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you for tuning in. Again, if you're listening to us on a podcast, please subscribe to the podcast, follow it, leave us a comment, leave us a 5-star rating. If you're watching us on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/SmackDrawPod, then please follow it, consider subscribing, and thank you for watching us live and shouting us out in the chat. Thank you all of you who joined us tonight. If you are watching our YouTube channel, like, comment, and subscribe. We thank you so much for watching us. Thank you for following our channel and for leaving your comments and everything. And thank you also, if you want to support us financially, visit our PayPal and visit our Patreon. The links are at the bottom of the screen ticking by. Warren, sir, what's coming up on the Mr. Hayes show, and what have you got coming, and how can we find you all over the interweb?
I don't know. Asking me what's coming up. You think I plan things? What are you talking about? It's going to be another good week of wrestling talk, of course, this week on the Mr. Warren Hayes show, which I record every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, over on youtube.com/Mr. Warren Hayes. At bare minimum, we're going to be talking about Extreme Rules and the Demon and the safety regulations that I feel WWE isn't maintaining with its ring structures. So we'll definitely be talking about that. It's there's always a ton of stuff to talk about, so that's always fantastic. You can follow me there, subscribe there, or follow me on Twitter as well at Mr. Warren Hayes. It's already just right down here.
RN, what's coming up with the Kennel? What's coming up with Mean Jelly Bean? And what's coming up with Mute RN, sir?
We got some Mute RNs coming for sure. We should have one debuting this week, like always. Kennels, we actually got a couple puppies litters on the ground, so hit me up for that. And Mean Jelly Bean Productions, we got some stuff cooking as well for the holiday season. So definitely hit us up on all those platforms. And
look at you guys.
Don't forget to send me the hashtag MuteRN so I can rant for some bullshit for you.
Absolutely.
Planning the holidays already. Look at you guys. And I'm like, what am I talking about on my podcast this week? I didn't know. There was a pay-per-view this weekend.
Yeah. And RN, where can we find you on Twitter and Instagram?
At Mr.8984 on Twitter, at Route4Kennels on IG, just Mean Jelly Bean Memes on Facebook, and Mean Jelly Bean Productions on YouTube.
Kyle said, thank you so much, Warren. Now my wife's calling me an old geezer.
Well, I mean, spade is a spade, right? Call a spade a spade. I don't know.
And if you're Shayna, you walk around holding a deck of cards for the spades.
Yes.
And you can follow me at BamaDave24. You can follow the Bammer Slammer Wrestling Show at Bammer Slammer. You can follow our brand at Smacked Raw Podcast. Thank you all so much for joining us this evening. Mr. Warren Hayes, again, thank you so much. RN, always a pleasure. Warren. Always love having you guys here. This has been the 2021 Bammer Slammer Draft. And until the next time we drop the hammer, you keep drafting with us here on the Bammer Slammer. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great night.